guys, Fulu coming to you with another quick commentary. Um, this commentary is by in no means to encourage you to be like, just be like a, what do you call it, a pope, or be like one of those monks who, they take a verge, they take an oath of celibacy only for you to find out that like a lot of them are messing with little kids. You know what I mean? Like that's usually how that thing goes. You find out early. You find out that a lot of these um, churches have cover-ups of what they were really up to. You know what I mean? So, with this being said, I am encouraging people, I'm encouraging males not necessarily to be celibate, not necessarily to be cold turkey, but what I am saying is take control of your nut, take control of where you bust, and understand where you bust. They're sapping your energy, especially if they're toxic. Now, there's a couple of clips that came to my attention that I want to break down with an MC by the name of NLE Choppa. And unlike a lot of these other like entertainers, I think he's tapped into some potential by abstaining and by taking breaks. You know what I mean? Let's get into it real quick. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's go to the first clip.
About the only nigga I feel in my generation that go celibate sometimes just to give myself a break to make sure I'm focusing wholeheartedly on my passion and my drive. Huh?
So, you know, um, again, if you do this thing, there are benefits. And I know as human beings we do have natural needs, and as males we have like natural needs. You know what I mean? I understand that as males we definitely have urges. We definitely have things of that nature. But if you have self mastery of those urges, I'm telling you, good things happen. I'm telling you from experience, good things happen. Okay? Definitely. So let's go ahead and listen to it. Because here's the thing I want to say before I continue on. The energy you put into trying to pursue like women, and the energy you put in trying to get the drawers, that energy can be used for your passion. That energy can be used for doing other things, right?
Cool, Turkey. How long? I was thinking about that myself. How long you been celibate? The longest I went was a month one time. Oh, nigga, you playing out here. You talking about like you did bullshit. 6 months a year.
I mean, at the end of the day, that month can recharge you. You know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. Like a month ain't really nothing. You know what I mean? Don't. But if you really tap into it, a month can become 2 months. 2 months can become 3 months. 3 months can become 4 months. But in those 4 months, 1,000 can become 2,000. 2,000 can become 5,000. 5,000 can become 10,000. Or like losing 5 pounds goes up to 10 pounds, goes up to losing 20 pounds. You feel me?
He had an orgy with six. He had an orgy with six bitches, and I'm taking the month off. No, bro, you can say that because you been on a bump. You been on a bump, so you can say that. Hey, listen, he had an orgy with 6 women, and said, "I'm taking the month off." He ain't had nothing left.
Okay. Now let's get into the next clip.
I can run 5 to 6 miles with one nut. That's a proven fact, yo. A fucking nut is like equivalent to a mile. Like you.
Well, here's the thing. Like, when you really think about it, like as a boxer, I go cold turkey, you know, because of the simple fact that, you know, I mean, you have to stay ready. You have to be ready for the call. You also have to be just ready. So when you do enter a fight camp, you're not worried about like shedding pounds or anything like that. You can focus more on technical stuff. So, you know, when you believe it or not, you know, believe it or not, when you're doing intercourse, or let's just say self pleasing, that exerts a lot of energy, you know, that exerts a lot of energy. And when you're like busting, you know, you're actually like nutrients are leaving your body. Of course, like the testosterone is leaving your body, and those things can be used for like other things. You feel me? Because the thing is, there's a lot of energy that goes into the pursuit of women. If you are, like, let's just say you're like a Tinder guy, you know, like if you're like a Tinder guy, you're using these dating apps and you're taking women out on dates. That exerts a lot of energy, not only financial energy, but obviously you're going to want to get in the drawers. So that exerts energy as well. Run a lot of miles with one nut. That's how powerful it is. So I know, like, I'm not gonna give it to you. I need to go to the studio and I need to, you know what I'm saying? I got a project I'm putting out. I'm telling T Daddy. So again, he's telling you that I'm not trying to go over you guys' head, but I'm telling you that the energy that comes from like busting, you know what I mean? The energy that comes from blowing out a girl's back can be alchemized for a higher purpose. It's very difficult, but you can do it. And for you fellow Muslims out here who may tune into the channel, I highly recommend that in these months leading up to Ramadan, the month of Rajab, which we are in right now, we're in the sacred month of Rajab, the month of Shaban, which is the next month, and then of course Ramadan. I recommend that in the month of Rajab and the month of Shaban, fast a couple of days. Fast a couple of days. You'll be surprised. Like, I'm not saying fast the whole month, of course. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying fast the whole month of Rajab and Shaban. I'm not saying that, but like, yeah, just fast maybe 2, 3, 4, or 5 days out the month. You'll be surprised. Next time I just gave you 5 miles.
Yeah, no kidding.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
For real. I can run 5.
Okay. So let's see one more.
So were you celibate? I went celibate. Yeah, I went celibate for like a month, like, cause I realized what having sex did. Like, I realized how tired I was after having sex. Well, no, you can have sex, but I feel like semen retention is the focus.
So by no means am I encouraging fornication, what I'm about to say. By no means am I saying that you should like go out there, fornicate, do your thing. What I am saying is that if you are like compelled to to mess with women, do it in a way where you have the control. Do it in a way where you're getting her off, but at the same time, you're still in ultimate control, meaning that you can, you know, and I know it's difficult to do, but you can like maybe still retain your semen while engaging with her. Very difficult to do, but it is probably possible to do.
Like I tell people all the time, like one nut is equivalent to like 8 miles. You can run 8 miles with one nut.
So he kind of changed it up. He said 5 miles in the other one, and then this one he said 8 miles. So maybe it's the weed or whatever the case may be, but anyhow, you get the point.
So it can make a whole life, so you know how powerful it is. So you just can't keep giving it to everybody. I'd be a motherfucking lie though if I could be like, every time I have sex, I hold my semen back. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'd rather just go celibate. But some people are that disciplined to the T that they can have sex and not get off. And sometimes I do, but if I do, it's not a purposeful. It's not on purpose. It's like I'm not one of those people. Yeah.
So, like, I'm thinking that, like, there are ways you can do it. I think because of the sensitivity of those areas of the lower regions, that perhaps you can stimulate that region and like get your partner off while still like chilling for yourself, like getting enough for yourself and being like, okay, cool, let's get to it. Let's get to what we need to get to. Right.
My wife wants me to get a vasectomy right now.
But so you can have an orgasm but not ejaculate.
No, I feel that is the orgasm though, to ejaculate for men. So yeah, like, how you do that?
I'm just, you know why I just learned that? Joey Badass just told us that he does that semen retention. He doesn't ejaculate, but he has orgasms. He said.
Kevin Gates talked about that too. I never heard the orgasm part though. Yeah, I don't know about like the I thought you gotta ejaculate to get an orgasm. Yeah, I feel like that is the orgasm. I don't know. He probably different than, but I just know like. So you do semen retention? Yeah, I do semen retention. You got a kid on the way. Yeah. It worked too good.
He said he can't do it every time.
Yeah, I don't do it every time. It's like I go on certain breaks. Like at the end of the day, I think I told Angela Yee this on lip service. I'm a Scorpio male, so it's known for us Scorpios for that month in November to be extra horny. Like,
now, I don't agree with the whole zodiac things. You know what I mean? I don't agree with that. But yeah.
I came out the womb like that. Like this is how I always was. So for me to go celibate for a week or whatever is big for me because like I know.
And the thing is, like, keep in mind, it may not sound like it's big. It may not sound like it's a big deal, but hey, just dissect the little steps. You know what I mean? Like, just for example, be like, okay, go like 1 day, go 2 days, go 3 days, go 4 days. And then also, when you feel like you can get that mastery over yourself, try not paying no mind to like social media women. Like, try not to like give them likes. You know what I mean? Like, just try to scroll down. Try to become numb to these things, and I guarantee you'll find a power that you didn't recognize you had.
I'm a good looking male. Everybody wants you. Like, everybody want a piece of you. And so I just feel like with me being, and I'm young too, I'm still 19, so you still gotta live life. But I feel like,
And that's crazy that and this is actually a good thing that he's thinking along those lines at 19. You know, even though like he's not like maximizing to the fullest extent, but it's still good that he's an entertainer, but he's still thinking along those lines. You know, this young, this is good.
with me to be able to implement, you know what I'm saying, something so small like that to me, like semen retention and celibacy at that age, I feel like it's huge because a lot of niggas be looking at me crazy when I say it. So
And so it and that's true too. Um, when you're doing these things, like when you're engaged in these certain practices, you are going to be looked at as funny. You are going to be looked at as a square. You are going to be looked at as those kind of things. But look at the bigger picture. You know what I mean? Think of the bigger picture at hand. You know, there's a bigger picture at hand. There's a bigger purpose at hand. Think about that. You know, think about what the bigger purpose is at hand. You know, um, because I have like channeled into this, you know, because I have channeled into this program, you know, um, I have like not only, you know, of course, used the energy for the boxing, but I've used the energy to create a workspace that is kind of like like I know they have the Manusphere, but I call it the Fulasphere. You know, the Fulasphere is still under construction, but I made this video. Yeah, I'm going to show you what the Fulasphere looks like. Okay, I'm going to give you a preview of what the Fulasphere looks like. Okay, it's still being constructed though. This is the Fulasphere right here. See you naked with my eyes closed. So when the Fulasphere is finally finished, I'll probably do a whole video breaking down what the Fulasphere consists of. You know, I just took the the um the the Manusphere thing and I turned it into the Fulasphere, you know. But anyhow, leave your thoughts and your comments. Fula signing out. Inshallah.